having gained the title of the most watched US-produced daytime drama series in the world since 2008. The Bold and Beautiful has clearly defined what a successful soap opera should be. From the moment it premiered on CBS in 1987, viewers were sucked into the world of illicit love affairs, revenge, evil twin siblings, and birth secrets. It had all the possible plot twists imaginable for a soap opera, all centered on the Forrester family, who own the Los Angeles-based fashion empire Forrester Creations. CBS announced its renewal for the 35th season in 2021 to 2022. Of the original main cast members, only 2 actors remained in the series portraying the roles. Other actors had moved on to explore other career possibilities. Sadly, a few had passed away. The Bold and the Beautiful was initially introduced as a sister series to one of the longest daytime drama series in American television, The Young and the Restless. They shared the same creators and producers, William J. Bell and Lee Phillip Bell. Just like most soap operas, it focused on the scandals, tribulations, betrayals, and complicated family relationships of both wealthy and working-class families living in Los Angeles. Viewers got to see how the lives of the affluent Forrester family intertwined with the once upper-middle-class Logan family. Since the fashion haute couture industry was incorporated into the story, most people in the series were presented glamorously, hence the title. The premise of the drama series was that Eric and Stephanie Douglas Forrester established a business empire through their fashion house, Forrester Creations. They had 4 children, Ridge, Thorne, Kristen, and Felicia, and belonged to the upper crust of society, as Stephanie was the daughter of a rich Chicago magnate. She met Eric while attending Northwestern University. They became lovers and married almost immediately because she became pregnant. In those circumstances, Eric had no choice but to break it off with Beth Henderson, his college sweetheart. In the next 2 decades after their wedding, Eric, with his immense creative talent, along with Stephanie's business acumen, built a successful fashion brand. Everything seemed to have been working well for the family, until Stephanie hired a catering company for a party in their mansion, not knowing that one of the associates of the company was Eric's former college sweetheart. A heartbroken Beth had married college classmate Stephen Logan on the rebound and settled in the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles. They had 4 children, including Stephen Jr., also known as Storm, Brooke, Donna, and Katie. Stephen struggled with his business endeavors and soon left his family, so Beth became a single working mother with no one to help her raise her children. Complications arose when Brooke met Ridge, and there was an obvious attraction between the two. Stephanie disapproved of it, as she didn't want her eldest son to end up with just a girl from the valley. The initial conflict in the story might have started from the Eric-Beth-Stephanie relationship, which can be considered very light and common complication in the daytime drama series. However, the narrative became weird and surreal as they moved on from one season to another. Ridge was supposed to marry Caroline Spencer, daughter of a media tycoon, but the engagement was off as soon as Ridge's affairs with other women went public. He then turned to Brooke and had an on-and-off relationship with her. Caroline eventually went on to marry Ridge's brother, Thorne. Their parents' marriage was already bound for divorce, as it wasn't working anymore. Eric wanted to marry Beth, but due to Stephanie's machinations, Stephen returned and caused trouble for the couple. Brooke found out about it and vowed revenge on Stephanie. Later on, Brooke ended up being Mrs. Eric Forrester and had children with him, although the eldest was suspected of being Ridge's child. She created havoc in Stephanie's world, but in return was also hurt badly by Stephanie. These complications were just the tip of the iceberg, and over 25 seasons, The Bold and the Beautiful has continuously managed to shock even the most liberal and open-minded viewer. With 34 completed seasons under its belt, The Bold and the Beautiful has provided viewers with plenty of excitement due to the fast-paced storylines and shocking plot twists. Loyal fans have rooted for certain characters, but naturally abhorred others as well. Even the protagonist would sometimes be the antagonists, depending on the kind of narrative the writers of the show wanted for their favorite characters. With so many characters in the show, a few were considered the main cast. Some of them became iconic soap opera stars and were retained to play the same character for 2 to 3 decades. Here are some of the original main cast, with their unforgettable roles and what they've been up to these days. Before John McCook was picked for the role of Eric, he was first seen as a recurring character in the series The Young and the Restless for 5 years, but left the 30-minute per episode daytime drama series when it transitioned to an hour-long drama. In his years with The Bold and the Beautiful, he was nominated 3 times for his role at the Daytime Emmy Awards in 2001, 2012, and 2018, but wasn't fortunate enough to win one. He is one of the 2 original actors of the main cast who have remained in the show since it premiered. One interesting note was that he was only 7 years older than the actor who played the role of his eldest son, Ridge, in the series. In real life, John has married thrice and divorced twice. He lives in Los Angeles with his wife, former actress Laurette Spang, with whom he has 3 children, Jake, Rebecca, and Molly, who became an actor as well. He has another son, Seth, from a previous marriage. Catherine Kelly Lang may have debuted as a movie actress back in 1979 in Skate Town, USA, with popular actors Scott Baio and Patrick Swayze, and made guest appearances in several TV series, but she only became a household name when she took on the role of Brooke Logan. Viewers either loved her or hated her guts for the decisions she made in the series. Like John McCook, she has been in all 34 seasons of The Bold and the Beautiful, although temporarily replaced by actress Sandra Ferguson when she went on maternity leave in 1997. So as not to confuse the audience when another actress appeared in the show, it was flashed on the screen that the character was portrayed by someone else at that time. Her father was the Olympic ski jumper Keith R. Wegeman. She is married and divorced twice and has become a grandmother through her daughter Zoe, and is expecting more grandchildren from her 2 sons, Jeremy and Julian, along with adopted daughter Danielle. Before Susan Flannery became popular or notorious with the portrayal of this scheming and manipulative Stephanie Forrester in The Bold and the Beautiful, she temporarily quit acting and was working behind the scenes as a producer. At that time, she felt that she'd had enough of acting, as she was known in America as Dr. Laura Spencer Horton for having played that role for almost a decade in one of NBC's longest-running daytime series, Days of Our Lives. When she was contacted by William Bell to join the cast of B&B, she repeatedly rejected the offer, but the producer-curator eventually convinced Susan to return to acting. Her decision proved to be the right one, as she won Outstanding Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role twice at the Daytime Emmy Awards. She also enjoyed directing some episodes in the series. However, after playing Stephanie for 25 years, she'd had enough, and gave the writers time to write her out of the story by giving her lung cancer. Outside of acting, Susan was hell-bent on helping co-actors obtain foreign residuals when their TV series were shown internationally. As a producer, she knows about the ins and outs of production, and the profit made or not. She advocated the actors' rights to earn more, and during a union meeting declared that if they weren't paid the residuals, they would go on strike. Everyone in the room was shocked, but in the end, more actors agreed to it, and so they now received what's due to them. Once in a while, she would grace the screen for a guest appearance, but has largely been enjoying her retirement with her adopted child and rumored partner. Just like Susan Flannery, Ron Moss left the show after appearing in it for 25 years since its premiere. He gained international fame through his portrayal of a successful, dashing, debonair fashion brand CEO, Ridge Forrester. While it wasn't his ticket to stardom, he was a member of a band called Player, which had a #1 hit entitled Baby Come Back in 1978. His market expanded when he joined the main cast of The Bold and the Beautiful in 1987. Millions of viewers around the world couldn't help but root for the dysfunctional relationship that he had with Brooke Logan in the soap opera. Before he left the show, his character married and divorced Brooke 5 to 6 times, but the loyal fans still couldn't get enough of them. When he finally left the daytime series in 2012, fans thought that the salary negotiations went sour, but it was later revealed that the actor had memory issues due to an accident and could no longer perform his job efficiently. Ron went back to his first love, which was singing, and went on a concert tour with his band. However, when he and another member of the band, Peter Beckett, had a falling out involving a trademark dispute, he returned to acting in 2015 in a Flemish daytime soap opera series called Family. It was followed by another drama series entitled The Bay, and this time he was also credited as one of its producers. All the risks that he took were worth it, as he won 4 awards for Outstanding Daytime Digital Drama Series at the Daytime Emmys. The aforementioned trademark lawsuit was settled in December 2018. Both Ron and Pete could only use the band name in a limited capacity, for instance, only by including their names to it, such as Ron Moss's Player or Peter Beckett's Player. Ironically, by 2019, Ron had become a solo artist and has performed in several countries, including Australia and Italy, where he has a huge fan base. He released an album entitled I'm Your Man in 2020. When he's not working, he's with his wife, Devin DeVasquez, a former commercial model and Playboy's Playmate of the Month in 1985. Almost all the characters in The Bold and Beautiful were involved in continuously betraying people in the series, except for Caroline Spencer Forrester. Played by Joanna Johnson, she was first introduced as an innocent, sweet daughter of a wealthy businessman. Unfortunately, she was betrayed too many times by people close to her, and so became stronger, and would sometimes make self-serving decisions. Later on, her character died from a terminal illness, and fans thought it would be the last time they saw Joanna, so were shocked to find her in the series again, but portraying another character, her twin sister, Karen Spencer. After her stint with the daytime series ended, she became a singer and released an album in 1993. She later went on to become a screenplay writer for the movie The Shrink Is In, and was credited as one of the producers of the movie Very Bad Things. The role of Thorne Forrester was Clayton Norcross's breakout role. However, he only portrayed the character for 2 years, and then moved on to the other TV and stage projects. Jeff Tractor played the role from 1987 up to 1996, but just as with Clayton, there was no official reason given for the change of actors. For 2 decades, from 1996 until 2016, the role was portrayed by Windsor Harmon, who had debuted in the daytime soap opera All My Children. The actor was pretty close to John McCook, and would fondly remember the time they were hanging out and a group of international fans asked for autographs from John. He asked the older actor why the fuss from global fans, and John told him that B&B was a huge hit not only domestically, but also internationally. The Guinness World of Records declared it the most popular daytime TV soap current, and Winston said that he wished to be part of the series someday. His wish was granted, and he was quite ecstatic that he played John McCook's son in the series. Critics and fans lauded his portrayal of the character, but his success was marred by reports of multiple arrests for public intoxication. In 2017, he was informed that the role was recast, and while he was shocked by the producer's decision, he wasn't angry, since he said that he was blessed to have been part of the top daytime drama series for 21 years. He would be part of indie movie projects from time to time, but hasn't been seen again on major TV shows and movies. Most TV viewers would like to remember him as Thorne Forrester. The fourth actor to inherit the role of Thorne Forrester was the German-born Australian TV actor Inigo Rademacher. He played it from 2017 to 2019, then informed the B&B's creative team that he was going back to his previous drama series, General Hospital. In the B&B universe, Thorne was sent back to Europe to get his head together after all the mistakes he made in Los Angeles. The role of Beth Logan was initially a series regular, but through the narrative of the story, it became a recurring character. During its TV debut, the role was portrayed by Judith Baldwin, but it didn't take long before Nancy Burnett took over the role in the same year through 1989. Another actress, Marla Adams from the TV series The Young and the Restless, played Beth quite briefly in 1991, before the character was seen again in 1994, when Nancy came back to depict the now recurring role up to 2001. Beth wasn't seen in the daytime series until she made a comeback in 2008, and Robin Riker gave the character a new spin, and people liked her performance. In 2010, the character was written off, but not without an epic battle with her ultimate nemesis, Stephanie Forrester, that resulted in her death. The saga continues. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.